The family of the young woman killed in a double murder-suicide in Palm Springs is now breaking their silence exclusively to News Channel 3. The bodies of 23-year-old Bianca Knopf and her 27-year-old husband Daniel Knopf and Daniel's mother Sally Knopf were all discovered Sunday night. Now Bianca Knopf's family is seeking full custody of her 2-year-old son Jacob, who was found unharmed in the apartment where the murders happened. News Channel 3's Natalie Brunell met with the family today. She's live in the newsroom tonight with more on their story. Natalie.
John, we've learned tonight from Bianca's family that her husband and believed shooter Daniel Knopf was a discharged 29 Palms Marine and that the couple had recently been fighting over weapons he had purchased. The family believes those 3 bodies were in that Palm Springs apartment for days before being found. But what may strike you most is how forgiving Bianca's parents are in the wake of unspeakable tragedy.
I went outside and I just burst into tears.
Emotions remain raw for Diana Benitez as she recalls the moment she learned her younger sister, Bianca Knopf, had been shot and killed by her husband, Daniel Knopf.
I thought it was a joke or something, but you really don't joke about that.
Bianca's last contact with her family was on New Year's Eve. 4 days later, she hadn't returned any phone calls or text messages, so Bianca's parents and their employer went to check on the couple and their 2-year-old son at this Palm Springs apartment. No one answered, but they spotted the boy through a window sleeping and managed to wake him up to open the door.
His hands were shaky and he had all blisters around him from his diaper because he wasn't changed for a couple of days. And he had the smell of the bodies.
The bodies of Bianca, Daniel, and Daniel's mother, Sally Knopf. Police believe Daniel shot both women, then turned the gun on himself. Bianca's mother, Lourdes, says she lost a part of herself that day.
Mi hija llegó a ser mi mente.
My daughter was my mind, my everything. I don't know how to start over. The couple, she revealed, had recently been fighting over Daniel purchasing guns.
Y yo le decía a mi hija, eso no me gusta.
I would tell my daughter, I don't like that. I don't like that. And that's how we ended up.
Terminamos en eso.
But despite the brutal circumstances surrounding Bianca's death, the extremely religious Benitez family says they hold no bitterness toward Daniel.
They don't blame him or anything,
They don't.
They don't. They have nothing against him.
The focus, they say, is only on Jacob, who's too young to understand how much his life has changed.
He thinks his mom's asleep. His mom's sleeping, and that's how we keep it.
The coroner still hasn't released the exact date Bianca, Daniel, and Sally died, but Bianca's family believes it happened early New Year's morning because later that day she was supposed to come home. Bianca's funeral is scheduled for Monday at Spanish Assembly of God Church in Cathedral City. For information on the service and how to donate to a fund in Jacob's name, go to our website, KESQ.com. Reporting live in the newsroom, Natalie Brunell, News Channel 3.
Heartbreaking story. Thank you, Natalie.